Welcome. Don't adjust your dial. Lofi Poli Sci coming at you, Michael Pickering here, talking about our famous question: what's going on in the world today? And since it's summertime, we're switching things up a bit. And Wednesdays for now, it's just gonna be Surfing with Pickering. That's right, just you and me surfing the international news headlines together. I'll take about 10 minutes or so and go through different world news sections from different media sites and see what's what with international news today. And right now it's Tuesday afternoon, and I'll be releasing this on Wednesday morning. So now you know what's when, what's what. And let's go ahead and see what we got going on at Reuters World section. And if I recall, last week, the first thing in Reuters World section was about the debt ceiling. 1 week later, the first thing in the Reuters World News section is about the U.S. debt ceiling. Reuters, what you doing with your life over there in your world section? I don't know. There's way more things going on than the U.S. We have an article about mangoes and India. Interesting. Russia says it crushed cross-border incursion by Ukraine nationalists. Oh yeah, I'd heard a little bit of something about supposedly some people invaded Russian territory from Ukraine. Of course, Ukraine says it was Russian opposition, and Russia says it was Ukrainian. How can you tell what's what with what over there? It's so hard, so hard. We have some UK royal news, which I'm not going to talk about. More news about mercenaries in Russia. Talk about taking things through Mali to get there. China banning microban. Interesting stuff there. It's about microchips. Oh, in the world news section, what do we have? More U.S. news about Justice Thomas. Billionaire friend rejects Senate panel offer gift list. Over gift list. Why is this in the world news section? I do not know. What else do we have? Spain arrests seven after racist incident targeting Vinicius Jr. Interesting. Stuff going on in Lebanon, stuff going on in Britain, more stuff in Ukraine and Russia. Turkey's runoff election is coming up. Excited about that. The third place person, though, ended up endorsing President Erdogan. So he almost won in the first round. He may take this all the way. Fingers crossed he does not, though. That is me throwing my hat in the ring as far as politics and choosing an election side. Let's see what we have for BBC. First story up, insurgents defeated after rare border raid into Russia. Okay, so that's twice we've seen that now. More talking about Russia-Ukraine. Ron DeSantis to launch 2024 candidacy on Twitter. In the world news section, there's so much U.S. stuff. Come on, BBC, don't be like Reuters. Don't be like Reuters. France is banning short-haul flights to cut CO2. Wow, look at France going green. Good for you, good for you. Let's see what else we have. Some other stories about Russia, South Africa, Europe. Again, just these, like we said last time, always the same countries, time after time after time. It's not a Western country, it's a BRICS country. Or it's a pretty well-developed country, a power player, a rich Middle Eastern country. Always the same ones. Let's check out world news from AP. What does AP have? First story, Russia claims it repelled one of the war's most serious cross-border attacks. And then talk about Russia extends arrest of U.S. journalist. More stuff about Russia. Another story about Russia. The first 4 stories in AP News are about Russia. Goodness, I'm glad I didn't do 100 global news stories today. Russia's dominating headlines. And Turkey's runoff elections coming up again. Former UK leader Boris Johnson faces new police probe over lockdown visits. Well, all of his COVID parties he had, it's no wonder he's... No, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I could say so much about Boris Johnson. His hair. And I'll stop there. Pope sends Vatican officials to Bolivia as abuse allegations escalate. The Catholic Church has been dealing with abuse scandals for like years and years and years now. Right when you think it's over, like, nope. It's like way more stuff comes out. It's like the Me Too movement, but in the Vatican. It's so much, so much. Let's see, what else do we have? Biden, Mexico, U.S. cross-border diplomacy. All right. Climate talks for the European Union and U.S. and UN. What else is going on? Pakistan's Imran Khan presses legal fight, gets protection from arrest in multiple terrorism case. So that's a little update for us for our Pakistan situation. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, I did hear about Meta getting fined over $1 billion by the European Union for illegally transferring data from the EU and using EU citizens' data to the United States. And Meta is not happy. It's like, I think somewhere around $1.8 billion. That's a lot of money. But then again, is it a lot of money for Meta? I don't know. All right, let's see. NPR World, which normally doesn't have much of anything, but hey, look who... Oh, nope, it's not Navalny. It's the Russian court has extended Evan Gershkovich's detention until the end of August. So this was the same story that we saw earlier on AP. World for NPR is covering it. Oh, here it is. NPR has it. Meta is fined a record $1.3 billion over alleged EU law violations. 1.3. Yikes. They are appealing it, though. Of course they are. You're not just going to pay out $1.3 billion if you don't have to. G7 meeting is wrapping up, and Zelensky made that surprise appearance in Japan at the G7 meeting. And it was all talking about unity and being behind Ukraine and being anti-Russia. And yep, more and more of the regular. Let's see. Greece had elections and the center-right party won. Now they're building their government. That's going to take a little bit. And then NPR travels back to multiple days. And NPR never has very many current news stories for international section. And they could do something about that one of these days. And that's it for Surfing with Pickering. Check out tomorrow's blog on lofipolisci.com and check out tomorrow's episode of Throw It Off Thursday. Add us on Instagram for all your local lo-fi summertime updates, people. And always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Talk to you tomorrow, Lo-Fi listeners. Pickering, signing off.